So the way that you access the voice functionality with ChatGPT is you have to have it on your phone, and you just click the headphones, and then it turns on. Hey, how you doing today?
Hey there, how's it going?
Do you remember when you and my son were talking? Do you? Do you remember when you? Do you remember when you and my son were talking? I don't delete my conversations.
Yes, I remember you mentioned your son was interested in Hot Wheels racing games. How's he doing?
He's doing good.
Remember you mentioned your son and his interest in Hot Wheels racing games. Did we talk about anything specific that I might be missing?
Yeah, I'm on a live stream.
Having trouble updating.
There's a memory. So you have pretty good memory. I noticed you remembered when you and my son were talking about Hot Wheels. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do remember that your son is interested in Hot Wheels racing games. Is there something specific you'd like to discuss about that conversation?
What would you say about my son's level of intelligence based on that conversation?
While I can't assess intelligence based on a brief conversation, your son's interest in Hot Wheels racing games suggests he has a good sense of fun and possibly an interest in cars or engineering. Is he passionate about other things as well?
Yeah, he is.
That's great to hear. What other interests does he have?
He likes soccer. He likes basketball and football, and he likes all kinds of stuff. He is especially into technology.
It sounds like he's got a lot of diverse interests. That's fantastic. What kind of technology is he into?
He likes computers, and obviously he likes AI because he was talking to you for like an hour straight.
That's awesome. It sounds like he's really curious and loves to learn. Does he do any coding or build things with computers?
No, not yet. What would you recommend I show him as a 4-year-old?
For a 4-year-old, interactive and educational games can be great. You might try simple coding apps like Scratch Junior or educational toys like the Osmo Learning System. These are fun and introduce basic concepts in a playful way.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Have a good evening.
You're welcome. Enjoy your evening too.
So that is interesting. That's the first time I've really tested the memory part of it, but it remembered. The reason I know, because when I initially asked, I was like, do you remember when you were talking to my son? It didn't just say yes, it said yes, and we talked about Hot Wheels. Because there was some, one of these conversation threads you see on the left there, your left, my right. My right to you, either way. The conversation my son had, I just thought about it it was yesterday. I was like, I want to see what he does. And I turned it on, and he just talked for an hour and held a conversation, and GPT-4 held a conversation. It was pretty good. Like, my son immediately went to talking about a Hot Wheels video game that we've been playing and got in a lot of depth. And GPT-4 asked a lot of questions, like that you would ask in a conversation and that a human would ask. And there were questions in there that I wouldn't think to ask, like, so, and it knew so much about the Hot Wheels game. It was like, it knew you could build tracks, and it was like, yeah, have you tried to build the track builder feature yet? It seems like you'd really like that. It's really awesome, and you can do all these creative things. And my son's like, yeah, I've tried it, and da da da. So it knew about the game, and it knew features about the game. You know, speaking of that, there was one time I was sitting on the couch and we were playing Lego Star Wars, and I take the camera out on ChatGPT, and I took a picture because I didn't know how to unlock a certain type of chest in the game. And I was like, how do I unlock these kind of chests? And it was like a real-time strategy guide. It was like, yeah, well, to unlock the chest, you got to do this, that, and that. And it explained what the chest type was, and it was accurate. Like, I just used what it told me. And I was so skeptical about how good it was, I even went online and I Googled like that chest type, and it was correct. And that was just crazy to me. So there's things that I'm uncovering about GPT regularly that I didn't think to use that type of functionality with. And it's like, it's pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing. So I am definitely looking forward to the voice with live video feed. That right there is going to change a lot for me, because then it can truly see, because you can upload a picture to it now and chat about the picture and stuff. But to get like a live look at the situation, yes. And to me, that's paving the way for the next generation of personal computing devices, which in my personal opinion is glasses. That's the natural next step for me. And then this is my prediction, mark my words. The next step in technology, personal computing, is not smartphones or another smartphone. It's not the pen. It's not the AI pen or AI pen. What is it called? AI pen. Or it's not that, in my opinion. It's not, what is it? The Rabbit R1, although this is a cool idea. I think it's great, and I like the way they presented it. I don't think that's it either. I think it's going to be glasses, like what Meta's doing with Ray-Ban. Have you seen this? Now, these aren't as capable as what I'm talking about, but I'm thinking on a follow-up. The follow-up to GPT-4o is the glasses. So if OpenAI and Apple really do partner up, I think that they should shift that focus and that brain power and that money that's going to exchange hands and put it towards smart glasses. Because the Vision Pro, I mean, I know some people bought it, but most people are not going to buy the Vision Pro. It is about the cost of a car, and it's not really adding that much to your life. But in my opinion, but if you make glasses, stylish glasses, the processing can happen on this thing. Like, you just have this in your pocket already. And again, I'm not a hardware engineer, so, I don't know how to build this, to be honest, but like, you put the glasses on, you have the cord, it can be incognito, it can go into your shirt, and then it plugs into your phone. So it's over USB, and it's using the processing power, and then it can see, and maybe it has like the speakers and the glasses that point into your ear, and it maybe has a mic on it, the small built-in one, and it can see somehow. I mean, that's probably the hard part, is like, how do you build something that can see through the lens? Maybe just put a camera on it, I guess, right? Like the Ray-Ban ones, they got a camera on them. So just put a camera on there, and then it can do it that way. Yeah. And then it's giving you that feedback real time. And you're like, hey, what is that? Or what should I do in the situation? Or just, I'm not saying you let it tell you how to do every single thing in your life, but it could help, especially with like language translation being right there. Like, in your ears. Like imagine like someone, because this thing can do language translation in real time. You ask it to speak to you in a different language, or you're speaking and it's like got speakers that speak out in a different language, or as someone's speaking Spanish to you, it's translating it immediately in English in real time. That to me feels a lot more practical and useful, and I am running out to the store to buy that. You can charge less because it's probably not a bunch of brand new hardware like that you got to incorporate. It's most of the hardware's in your pocket, right? I feel like we are underutilizing this hardware that is in our pocket. So just use that. Stop trying to make this huge thing that looks like ski goggles and costs as much as a car. Let's do something cheaper that is cool, like these smart glasses. Looks good, but has that capability. I do think that it's gonna be a while before we see the UI elements project on to the lenses. But for now, just give us that capability of GPT-4 through something wearable like that.